Alright, it's been a while since the last level cap, but here we are with the twin Kohmak on level cap. Weapon has a few problems, already made a video on it. If you want to watch it, it'll be in the description. Everything brought here, my loadout, let's say, was all made to make it as chill as possible. That's why I'm using low key. I'm dealing with my Arthuss on. The weapon is being used to deal with the ammo issue, and the frame has hushed invisibility to deal with the noise while invisible, so I don't get shot. Surprise shot while invisible, which happens a lot in, especially on endurance missions. Usually the shielded lancers, troopers, they hear stuff, they shoot towards you, or they just wait with their scope right at your face. And when you're out of stealth, you're dead. It's also not an issue keeping the stacks from Cascadia flare up. Due to how fast this thing stacks, it's unbelievable. So I'm using Hidden Inherit. The weapon is so strong that I'm barely not even able to show it working. I have Zara's Whisper to guarantee, or yeah, pretty much guarantee that I'm gonna get the headshots, because the accuracy is terrible. Even with the ammo mod, I'm still having some issues. Yeah, but it happens. It's a super ammo hungry weapon. I should have brought pistol scavenger. Yeah, probably. Oh my god, I might die. Alright. Thinking about the damage, I haven't tried it without Zara's Whisper. I mean, I'll try one demo just to see how it's gonna go, but I don't have it active. It's probably gonna have to be the next one. Not this one, but the other one. Or I can just... no, it's too much work to do it now. As you can see, you can barely see the heat being damaged there, because as you start shooting, it's just so much damage. It is crazy. One of the things that I could have made to have even more damage and potentially have insane damage, but I'm talking absolutely insane damage, was to have brought secondary encumber, because as you guys saw in my other video, or if you don't know, aptitude, the CO on this weapon, there wasn't a common sense that it should be additive, but it's just so much damage that it gets added when you have it, that yeah, I think encumber could increase the damage by a ton. Here we're having fewer statuses because I'm using the Mutilus Cernus as a primer. For me, it's more than enough. It's doing the job. Also, the rhythm that I have for this weapon, I think it's pretty unique. Completely takes away the slash from the weapon and pretty much exchanges it for heat. So I have minus slash plus heat, multi-shot, and magazine capacity, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, the heat is just crazy. Hidden Inherit is insane. And everything just works. Let's see how it is now against this one. I'm gonna be able to... it's a no problem. Oh! They nearly got me there. Gonna do the last one also without the Zara's Whisper, and then I'll be off. I really think that, like, the only change that I would consider doing here was to probably change my Lethal Torrent for Hornet Strike, and then instead of Cascadia Flare, having secondary encumber. But that would probably be too overkill. Too overkill. Or if it is additive damage, I'm just thinking about it. I'm not really sure how it would turn out. It could be a slightly upgrade, or I don't know. It sounds like, really sounds like an upgrade, but how much? I'm not sure. It'd probably be pretty decent. Where is it? Let's see, it's the nuts. Not the best one to have, to not have. Okay. Steel path in a nutshell. Let's just restart this pretty much. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Bruh. It's dead. Yeah, it's better to use Arthuss Whisper and get a precise headshot than just go without anything. Here we go. Hopefully some of these are from Hildren. Not even sure how they're called. Oh, here we go. Hildren Blueprint. I was needing some of these. Might have to do a... I think it's the Infested level cap that drops Neo. Yeah, might have to do one of those. Let's take a look on the builds. Low-key build. Probably pistol. Scavenger would make this much more viable. Just have energy siphon for... I don't even know. I'm just used to it. It's a very small difference. Who knows? Maybe at the end of the run, it's a lot of energy that it has regen, but yeah, it does help a bit. Mutalist Cernos, the primer, the heat inherit primer. Damage to Grenier. If it had heat here, it would be perfect. Fortunately, it doesn't. In Kohmak with the Riven. Potentially the change here just to probably get some insane damage. Oh, I wouldn't be able to do that trade. Don't have enough forma. Yeah. Yeah, the trade would be put Hornet Strike probably here. Or even take away Scorch, I don't know. And trade this for Encumber. I think it would be a increase in damage. Potentially 60% is a fairly good amount of a status chance. 120 pretty much. Yeah. Still pretty decent would be with any of the changes. Either Hornet Strike for Scorch or Hornet Strike for Lethal Torrent would still be decent. And the Contagion Zaw. That pretty much... I'm surprised with the amount of damage this thing was able to pull out. I think it was... I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on Heat Inherit, but if it works like for every heat, that it isn't specifically a heat proc, but heat damage itself, then it's explained the amount of damage I was dealing, because usually I don't get to deal that amount of damage, or it was the Arthuss Whisper just giving it a bit more damage. But usually Eclipse is the one to do the trick. Vaska Kavat. Rezzed me a couple times. This time I have to show the operator because I actually traded some stuff here. So I'm now using Emergency Savior, which Yeah, it's something I think Sora talked a couple times about. I think I didn't even get to trigger this because every time I got downed, I was actually able to res myself, so I couldn't tell if it worked or yeah. I'm gonna have to read a bit more about this, but I think it might have saved me one or twice. Yeah, that was the Twin Kohmak, the level cap. That's another one from the list. Let me know what you guys think about the Twin Kohmak. Let me know you guys know what you think about the build, talk about the run. Leave it a like and consider subscribing.